Yo, what's up, USA, International, Canada, Long Island, aka Strong Island, plus the five spots of Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, Queens. This is your man and homie, and this is your man and homie, G Money Stacks, aka the Gregonator, YouTuber, host with the most, creator, host with the most, misunderstood lonely nomad, unstoppable independent podcaster, and of course, Queens, New York native, who is from the neck of the woods of Laurelton, Queens, New York. And yes, you're now rocking, tuning in, streaming, and watching the 132nd episode of the entertainment review show, Meticulous Vibe Juice Podcast, live and direct from StreamYard and YouTube. Be sure to hit that subscribe button on the YouTube channel so you don't miss out on anything. And leave a like and a comment along with the topics being talked about. And I apologize for my browser, DuckDuckGo. Unfortunately, the browser itself was like freezing up. That's why it caused my live stream to actually pause. And I wasn't finished with the episode, so I figured I'd redo this episode so so you listeners out there can actually get a better episode. That's why I chose to redo um 132. So that way there'll be no glitches or anything like that. So it's the least I could do. And so yeah. Um that's just my take on it. I want to actually cut to the chase and go into a little thing that I like to call hang on one second here. Hold on one second. Actually, before I even get started, man, before I even get started though, how are y'all doing? Did y'all have a good Christmas? Did y'all do some Christmas shopping? Did y'all enjoy the snow a little bit and stuff? Um, and and also, I do want to say this though, man. I do want to say this though. Before I even get to music Kool-Aid. So last night, as I'm watching the about Sonic the Hedgehog 3, the some of the YouTubers were saying that Disney bullied the theaters to make sure that Mufasa, the Lion King, gets to be number one. First of all, as I was looking through my tablet, Sonic the Hedgehog opens in international theaters on certain dates actually. There's dates in December, and then there's dates in January, and I believe the last international date would be January 15th. I know one of them is what the first or the second or third of January. Those dates I probably know. Um I would have to I would take a I'm gonna take a look at it before I get off the air. So without further ado, matter of fact, let me take a look at it right now actually. Hold on. I'll get back to y'all. Okay, so I have the dates on me right now, actually, for Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie. Um, also remember that Sonic the Hedgehog made its premiere in London a while back and had a fan screening of the movie on December 19th of this month. So so far, it opened on it opened in Canada December 20th, Norway, and the United States. It opened in the United Kingdom. It opened in Belgium. It opened in Belgium, Denmark, France, Germany, Spain, Sweden, Switzerland, Mexico, the Netherlands, and and Brazil, Switzerland, Switzerland. So it opened on Christmas Day. It opened on Christmas Day. It just wasn't added. It's just the numbers weren't added right now. So, and then it opened on the 26th in Australia, Czech Republic, Portugal, Russia, Siberia. No, excuse me, Serbia, Slovenia, and then on the 27th it opened in Bulgaria, Japan, and it opens in Italy January 1st, which is New Year's Day, Greece January 2nd, Poland January 3rd, which is near my birthday, and Tokyo, excuse me, um, Turkey, January 17th of 2025. Okay, so if you are in the international spots that I just mentioned right now, mark your calendars to see Sonic the Hedgehog 3, the movie. All right. Hold on one second. I want to say something. I want to say something actually. Um, as I was saying in the beginning, the YouTubers channels that I was watching was saying that Disney was playing dirty with the box office as far as bullying the theaters to play their Mufasa, the Lion King. First of all, first of all, I don't think anybody is interested in watching Mufasa. I don't care if Beyonce and her daughter is in the prequel of the movie. It's like listen, Disney knew hell and well that Sonic the Hedgehog by Paramount and Sega deserved this. Why? Because there's a couple of things. The Sonic fan base community, that's number one. Number two, the McDonald's marketing, and the toys, along with the the icings, the drinks, you just name it. You just name it. That's what attracts people into seeing the Sonic the Hedgehog movies, the fan base in the community. And and you know, sorry, I have to say that Disney is going to fucking regret what they did, because they're gonna regret it. Like, why the hell would you even play dirty? And this whole thing with the whole monopoly trying to act like that y'all the greatest and stuff. But you're not gonna have that for a long time with Disney because they had their losses of certain movies that didn't do well in the box office. I mean, granted, you already have like certain movies that made over $1 billion. Inside Out 2, Deadpool and Wolverine, the rated R movie, um, and then Moana 2, that's actually doing well and all that stuff. So, um, I think the issue is that Disney is basically falling apart, man. I'm not kidding. Sorry. Yeah, it looks like they're falling apart real bad. Yes, they are falling apart real bad, though, man. I know Sonic fans are pretty upset about this too. Yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to say. Um, in regards to Disney playing dirty with the box office, manipulating the box office numbers and stuff. They should be ashamed of themselves, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's not, it's not, it's not, it's not the people's fault that's actually not seeing your movies and stuff, man. Come on, man. Like, stop with the fucking remakes, man. Like, come on, man. Like, really? You really, really, really think that people are into remakes of each movie that came out years ago? Like, come on. I mean, be serious, man. you know, it's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous, man. And this is why everybody is running for the hills from remakes from Disney. I run for the hills too. Speaking of running for the hills, speaking of running for the hills, I w- let's go into some music Kool-Aid, man, shall we? oh man, let's get into some music Kool-Aid, man. Seriously, like I've been putting it off for quite some time, actually. Um, quite some time. Um, so yeah, come on. All right. All right, so let's get into this right here. And you know what though, man, before I go in, you know what? You know what I say to the jealous motherfuckers in Disney who want to ruin um Sonic's Sonic the Hedgehog 3 success? Fuck you. Anyway, let's get into it. All right, so now that I got that little rant out the way, um, in this music Kool-Aid segment, we're gonna do a little something different. Actually, this is basically recapping the best. Hold on. This is basically recapping the best hip hop albums of 2024. All right, so let's get into it. And this is according to the folks from Vibe. All right, let's get into it right here. Starting with number 25. oh man, Fine Whole Stay Flo Millie. oh shit. Um with Fine Ho Stay, Flo Millie ended the trilogy in 2020's Ho, why is you here? In 2022, hold up, let me make sure I adjust this. Yeah, let me make sure I adjust this volume. So all right, yeah, yeah. This year's installment expanded the Alabama rappers brand of bad bitch bops and painted a colorful portrait of a 24-year-old black girl who understands her ever evolving desires and displeasures. On the album, The Alabama native is sharp and witty, firing off one-liners and self-assured boosts, perfect for social media captions, repeating in the mirror, or enthusiastically chanting on a night out. Fine Host Stay also uncovers a vulnerable side of Flo Millie, giving listeners a glimpse at the softer side of the mom to be. Standout tracks include the trendy Never Lose Me, Never featuring um um Mona Leo, Got the Juice and Understand. Number 24, Gunna, One of One by Gunna. Last year, Gunna somberly reflected on his time in jail and falling out with so many YSL affiliates. This year, on One of One, WUN, he reminded the world that he was different. These records were more confident and braggadocious than what we heard on 2023's A Gift and a Curse. This time around, One of One's title track took off along with On One Tonight and Back in the A. The Atlanta star also showed his ability to deliver more soulful, emotive records with the help of Normani on Money and Money and Dollars, and Bridges on Clear My Rain. The Rico trial may have stopped his momentum in 2022, but he came back for it all this year and earned a number two album on the Billboard 200 chart. Hold up. Number 23, City Cinderella by JT. City Cinderella served as JT's reintroduction of the masses as a solo hip hop artist with her own style outside of City Girls and her forever groupmate Young Miami's collaborative efforts. On the mixtape, the Miami bred musician experimented with various sounds and positioned herself as a promising act with a bright future in rap music, with features from DJ Khaled, Stunner Girl, Clip, and Jeezy. The project boosts everything from club ready anthems to introspective personal rhymes. Throughout the 16 tracks, JT is confident and clear in sound. The mixtape echoes modern hip hop techniques, Miami bass, Atlanta trap, and 90s R&B with JT's voice literally and figuratively at the center of it all. With a sometimes nonchalant delivery, she pushes back with slick jabs at any naysayers who dares deny her authority. Whether the hyperbolic brags or humble reflections, the mixtape makes room for JT's solo career to flourish in whichever artistic direction she chooses to take. Standout tracks include JT Coming, Intro, Hope, and a remix of Okay featuring Jeezy. Number 22, Worldwide Whack by Tierra Whack. Tierra Whack has always thrived on her eccentricity and fun personality, but on Worldwide Whack, she travels into more vulnerable space. Vulnerable, that is, vulnerable space. Compared to her debut Whack World 2018, where her pain was camouflaged by quirky metaphors and zany visuals, her latest album sheds her animated skin and offers an introspective dive into themes of depression and anxiety. Ooh, very touchy. Very touchy. Um, the mostly J melodic produced album leaves room for Wax voice to shine. On the bouncy track, Chanel Pitt, she plays with pitch and delivery, whereas on Numb, she's brutally honest and raw. Although the project feels a bit heavy, it still showcases the Philly natives' unmatched lyrical prowess and creativity. The closer 27 Club hears Whack confront her demons head on as she raps suicide like the glass full, but I'm empty. Said, I'm broken. Can you fix me? Vulnerable, bold, and deeply personal. Worldwide Whack is an evolution in Whack's artistry. Number 21, Take Care by Big X the Plug. Big X the Plug's husky voice, quick-footed flow, and larger than life presence made him the pride of Dallas rap scene and one of the hottest up and coming stars in the industry. For the first third of his latest album, Take Care, he laments the struggles of his success, growing apart from friends and family when he can't give them all the money and resources they are asking for. Lost the love, being accused of changing when he sees himself as the same person that he's always been. Change me. And having to spend time away from his children when he's on the road performing therapy session. But after a skit that finds him getting advice from Wallow 267 of the million dollars worth of game podcast, he renews his focus to the brilliant street tales that earned his audience. Story of X. Whoa, wait a minute. It's a little different from DMX, folks, so don't be alarmed. Recounts drug dealing, failed scamming attempts, and paltry unemployment checks before his success in music. 2 a.m. weaves a tale reminiscent of Biggie's Warning and his producers, um, largely Charlie Cooks, playfully flips samples by Will Smith, Rick James, and the Law and Order theme song. The album's short songs and 31-minute runtime mean it's over before you know it, but you'll be sure to put it on repeat soon after. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Damn. Damn. Oh, shit. Oh, boy. Oh, man. So, damn. This is crazy. All right, number 20, American Dream by 21 Savage. Hold up. American Dream, the third solo album by 21 Savage, is Atlanta trapped in dark mode, illuminating the shadows of street life with a superstar's radiance. Savage comes to terms with Savage comes to terms with his international popularity and how that connects to his difficult upbringing on tracks like Dangerous and All of Me. The influence of Metro Boomin on its ethereal track shows. American Dream debuted at the top of the US Billboard 200 and set a record for the most streamed trap album in its debut week with 169.53 million on demand streams. Notably, 14 tracks entered the Billboard Hot 100 chart with Red Rum reaching number 5 and Nina at number 10. Number 19, Richmond Hill by Master Ace and Marco Polo. Oh man. In 2024, 50 something hip hop icons LL Cool J, Common, Ice Cube, and Snoop Dogg all dropped new albums, proving that rap legends can still bring the noise even in middle age. But this year, and grown ass rap kicked off quite masterfully with the latest from underground New York elite Master Ace. The second collaboration between Ace and Canadian born producer Marco Polo continues the conceptual, semi autobiographical tone they created for their 2018 team up, A Brooke Kellen Story. Polo provides bolsterous boom bap beats, while Ace comes with pulverizing, introspective rhymes, touching on everything from consumerism to hip hop authenticity to, of course, growing old and taking care of yourself. Young MCs, Coast Contra, and seasoned vets inspect the deck, join in on the journey. Um, Number 18, We Don't Trust You by Future and Metro Boomin. There is a haunting allure soaked throughout Metro Boomin's production of We Don't Trust You, paired with Future's decision to go full villain. The album takes listeners on quite a ride with the slow trek to the top of the roller coaster, akin to tracks like Ice Attack and the Travis Scott assisted Cinderella, and the embodied climax of Fried. She's a vibe. And like that with Kendrick Lamar. As music af- aficionados, aficionados look back on this moment in music. We Don't Trust You is bound to age gracefully. The entire project shows the evolution of what Andre 3000 has called the most negative inspirational music ever, from Future and Metro Boomin owning the score to an unforgettable moment in hip hop history. Lotto, number 17, Sugar Iced Tea by Lotto. Lotto secured her place in hip hop with her third album, Sugar Honey Iced Tea, an oldie to her Atlanta roots. From the introduction, Georgia Peach, Lotto sets the tone for the entire LP as she goes on to exude confidence and versatility with sultry tracks like Copper Cove and Ear Candy to the playful and gritty Grammy nominated hit Big Mama. Lotto pivots from being a sensual lady to a whole gangster on Blick Some, and even taps into her humble bag with Shout Out to Me. Shit. Which debuted which debuted at number which debuted at number one on the Billboard's top rap albums chart, made history for the 25-year-old as she's the first solo female rapper from the A to reach the milestone. The LP has nods to ATL's Magic City, the ATL character Nunu, and more. Features on the project also include ATL's finest from Sierra to Fresh talent like Honcho and Young Nudie. Lotto balances sensuality, emotional depth, and raw skills, cementing her as a powerhouse, making her mark in rap right now. Number 16, The Death of Slim Shady by Eminem. Eminem often has a backbone to pick on his musical offerings, and that is no different on his 2024 release, The Death of Slim Shady, where he attacks cancel culture full on as the brass Slim Shady before offering the alter ego. Long conflicted between the persona that made him a household name and the man he's matured into, and gives listeners a peek inside the mind of a recovering madman who is still haunted and even tempted by his abrasive past. There are a few beats and references that feel dated, and even the idea of trying to get oneself canceled may have arrived too late to a current shift in culture away from the extreme leftist ideals of the late 2010s that bordered on censorship of anyone questioning the zeitgeist. That said, the motherfucker is still rapping like he has something to prove. Basic metaphors and similes are child's play for one of hip hop's greatest lyricists of all time, hitting fans with so many flows, cadences, um, alliteration, callbacks, jokes, and wit. The pen is just so damn potent. Any fan of straight bars got their fill with this album. The body of work also provided what I deem the single best guest verse of the year. Jid's opener on album Standout Fuel. It appears M's fan base has grown with him as well, with the album debuting at number one and pushing 281,000 album equivalent units in its first week before hitting gold status within a month. Number 15, Doing It For Me by Larry June. After months of scathing disses and discourse overtook the hip hop world and came with Mr. Breath of Fresh Air. Larry June with his peaceful and motivational album Doing It For Me. In this August 2024 release, the Bay Area native stuck to his regularly scheduled programming in the best way, encouraging his listeners to do a Sunday reset with Cleaning My Spot interlude. Take a well-deserved trip out of the West with me, meet me in Napa, or set their intentions for the day with morning calculations. Between the meticulously selected soul samples and endless gems about keeping it player and never letting anyone fuck up your day. His 11th studio album provides the perfect escape on any day of the week. Spin this relaxing LP a good amount of times, and before you know it, you'll also be looking at the ocean from your imported couch. Number 14, God's Network Rebirth by Rakim. Rakim has left his fans in anticipation with a nearly 15-year hiatus since his last solo project. With God's Network Rebirth, Rakim Rakim returns not only as a master of words, but as the sole producer, marketing bold and dynamic entry into his next chapter, opening with Be Ill, featuring Corrupt and Master Killer. Rakim sets the tone with a poetic meditation on authenticity. His complex lyricism shines as he seamlessly weaves philosophical musings and reflects on the choices that define success and existence. Now is the time a collaboration with Compton Menace, Husk, Kingpin, and BG explores morality and legacy with Rakim contemplating his place in hip hop. Love is the message, offers social commentary confronting the struggles of survival in a fractured world. Meanwhile, Pendulum Swing is a lyrically intense track that brings together Rakim, King Crooked, Cannabis, La the Darkman, and Chino XL in a display of raw technical lyricism. The album also features standout collaborations like International with Cool G Rap and Joel Ortiz, and Sign of Seven with the late great prodigy of Mobb Deep, Method Man, and X Rated. God's Network Rebirth is a triumphant return, showing that Rakim remains at the peak of his powers. You're probably wondering why there is a seven instead of an I. So I pronounced it rebirth. So I guess I don't know. I guess the seven is a little bit of um a uh a little bit of a substitute for an I guess. So anyway, let's keep going here. Number 13, Slant Face Killer by Conway the Machine. What if your rap album was considered one of the best of 2024 simply because you wait for it made undeniably dope raps? Well, of that's the case for Conway the Machine's Slant Face Killer. The impressive 14-track collection finds the grizzled veteran fully embracing his role as drum work music group's ruthless leader, firing with every weapon in his arsenal. Conway's grimy, bloodletting spares no MC in his path as he aims to stake his claim as one of the best on the microphone. And for the Buffalo, New York MC, SFK solidifies what he's been musically saying. Conway is a problem. Yeah. Damn. Number 12, Play Cash Cobain by Cash Cobain. Cash Cobain has released multiple projects over his career, but none was more anticipated than Play Cash Cobain. He took over 2024 with singles and features, but this ambitious 19-song LP proved to new listeners that he's capable of putting together a full-length effort for them to enjoy. The highest highs in this project come when he steps into new arenas with the Soldier Boy sampling Dunk or Island influence Love It. It opens on a strong note with Slizzy Honcho Don. Oh shit. featuring featuring one of the best Quavo verses in a while, and Don Tolliver's infectious croons. With sexy drill leaning and heavy samples, it's pleasing to see what he does flipping songs like Pop Smoke's For the Night or Layla, Not My Problem. I'm sorry, but the Slizzy Honcho Don thing kind of threw me off though, man. Kind of made me laugh though, man. I had to really laugh, man. I need this laugh, man, because that right there is just so fucking crazy. Whoever named themselves that name, you're gonna get laughed at, man. For real, for real. I'm sorry, you're gonna get laughed at, man. Oh shit. Oh shit. Ah man, this is so funny, Sonny. Oh man, very, very, very funny. Anyway, oh boy. Oh man, the latter featured the biggest cast of artists all on one record that we have seen in a while, namely Big Sean, Black, Fabulous, and more. Play Cash Cobain works because the album cuts very significantly from the tone of its singles. It would be difficult to put the he makes the same song allegations on him after hearing this. This release worked in his favor as he charted on the Billboard 200 for the first time in his career. Number 11, Samurai by Lupe Fiasco. Lupe Fiasco puts on a lyrical clinic with his battle rap concept album Samurai. Reunited with frequent collaborator and producer Soundtrack, the hip hop veteran reclaims his time to shine by wielding his pen and weaving his signature wordplay into 8 imaginative tracks inspired by the late Chanteuse, Chanteuse Amy Winehouse. His deep reverence for martial arts, jazz, and artistry enhances the narrative portrait. Beautifully packaged bars are everywhere, as heard on the boom bap esque mumble rap, the commanding cake, and the mediative palaces. With an extensive discography that includes the classic albums Food and Liquor and The Cool, Samurai is a katana sharp reminder that he's been this talented all along. No weapon or rider's block form against this rap warrior shall ever prosper. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute here. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold up. Wait a minute. Wait a minute here, man. Wait a minute here, man. This sounds like the opposite of what the late great DMX would say in one of his albums. You know what I'm saying? But with this one is a little different. All right. This one's a little different. So, number 10, Might Delete Later by J. Cole. Might Delete Later's purpose in J. Cole's overall prolific catalog is clear. A stepping stone to the fall off with that mission in mind. The North Carolina rapper delivered a solid mixtape that showed he's continuing to get his reps in as a true spitter after all these years. The LP hit all his bases. It houses introspective tracks, upbeat hype offerings, impressive and diverse features, and even a rare 2024 Cameron guest verse. Despite minimal marketing or warning, the project debuted at an impressive number 2 spot on the Billboard 200, marking Cole's 8th project on the chart. The project's glaring blemish is its former outro track, 7 Minute Drill, the Kendrick Lamar diss that was later removed after his infamous apology to the Compton rapper at Cole's 2024 Dreamville Fest. At the very least, his decisions showed a man taking accountability for his actions and correcting them in real time, despite what he knew the hip hop community would say. You mean the internet? Mike Delete later will forever represent this moment in the scope of his career when it's all said and done. And due to his intensely loyal and understanding fan base, he'll be just fine. All right. Hold on 1 second. Number 9, hashtag Rich Axe Haitian by Mac Homie. To those unfamiliar with Mac Homie, his mass persona and his unconventional retail approach may leave you with more questions than answers, but there's a reason that his fans are so willing to spend hundreds of dollars, thousands sometimes, for a piece of his product. His latest album, hashtag Rich Axe Haitian, shows exactly what makes his music so powerful. The Newark, New Jersey bred MC goes bar for bar with the likes of Rock Marciano, Black Thought, and Zero Three Greedo, spitting rhymes that merge revolutionary politics, street tales, and references to his Haitian ancestry. The non-lean, non-linear style. Sorry for the butcher. Often gives it up to listeners to piece everything together. But when he's armed with am- ambidextrous flows and grainy beats by the likes of Conductor Williams, Chris Keys, and Elijah Hooks, um, along with a dance ready jam by K Tronada for the title track. the scene the scenic drive is less important than the ETA. All right, number 8. Number 8, Dark Times by Vince Staples. Dark Times follows Vince Staples' greatness on Ramona Park Broke My Heart, and the low-key MC has yet to lose a step. Staples' sixth studio album submerges itself in the rapper's California roots. As a result, he crafts his most personal work to date, trading the hard guarded exterior for hopeful hard truths. That growth is evident in the anthem Little Homies, where Staples proclaims life hard, but I go harder, and definitely stands in the face of an unjust American judicial system with willful delivery over crestfallen production. Vince Staples emerges molded by dark times, but is unwilling to be defeated by them. Number 7, Hard Stone Psycho by Don Tolliver. Don Tolliver's Hard Stone Psycho would be like his final evolution if he were a Pokemon. The Houston native has dabbled in alternative rap and trap sounds for a long time and infused more R&B and more house music. Now he has reached full rock star status. Fortunately, he does not leave behind the sounds people have come to love him for. Instead, he finds a way to blend it all across the 4 disc LP. That is why you get records like the song of the summer contender Attitude with Cash Cobain and Charlie Wilson, its sidekick in the romantically violent Glock, the synthy new drop, plus the chaotic Bandit and Kryptonite. Each time it seems like Don may have found a new peak or reached his artistic ceiling. He adds more tools to his arsenal to prove otherwise, all while maintaining his popular melodic croons throughout whatever production he endeavors to use in records. And it debuted at number 3 on the Billboard 200 as his second highest position ever on the chart. Number six, Blue Lips by Schoolboy Q. Schoolboy Q masterfully spins his habits and contradictions into healing and clarity on his deeply introspective sixth studio album, Blue Lips. The 18-track record follows the South Central sharpshooter rapping the blues and making his mess a masterpiece. Best illustrated by standouts Thank God for Me, Blue Slides, and Cooties. Oh shit. Hold on. A little quick story here, man. Now, um, the first time I heard the word cooties was like the time I was in elementary school. The thing is, I didn't even know what that shit was, man. And first and foremost, like I remember certain people who didn't want to hang out with me or whatever because they think I have cooties or some type of disease or whatever. So they treated me like a fucking outsider, which I did not appreciate and stuff. I'm pretty sure a lot of you have gone through this when you was in school, high school, and now college and stuff, right? I'm pretty sure I experienced that shit too. You know what I'm saying? I may not have a crew of friends to be around with and stuff like that, but at the same token, like you gotta do you. You gotta take care of you. Nobody's gonna take care of you but you. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? So I mean, look, I'm gonna just keep going. I'm gonna keep going though, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I wanted to say, man. A little quick story about that though, man. So yeah. So Q gets top tier bars off on expertly crafted beats while shaking off his demons and leaning heavily into vulnerability. His personal album rankings aside, Blue Lips may be Q's best body of work off sheer execution and personal evolution alone. I just didn't know where I would fit in this circus of just bullshit and algorithm. So I made my bed and chose art. He shared on X, formerly Twitter, in March. Growth has never sounded better. Okay, number 5, The Auditorium, Volume 1 by Common and Pete Rock. Common came in his life. He doesn't pop to pay the bills. He's established a respectable career in Hollywood, appearing in films alongside Denzel Washington and Keanu Reeves. And he's become a reliable pitchman for companies like Microsoft. So at this point, Common is rapping because it's what he loves. As he says in Dreamin', this was a God dream. Hip hop was our religion. The Auditorium Volume 1, his joint album with producer Pete Rock, is essentially a tribute to the culture they fell in love with, both with its hip hop references and its spirit. The two previously teamed up for The Bitch in You. Oh shit. Common's powerful mid 90s Ice Cube diss track, but they've since become elders with a tone of wisdom, gratitude, and reflection. Um, Pete samples soul legends like Curtis Mayfield and Marvin Gaye, and rap greats like Main Source and Cypress Hill, make it a batch of lush, wistful beats that make lyrical nods to Common's topic, Combs, meanwhile, brings an assortment of sly punchlines while lending his thoughts on spirituality. Um, a God there is paying homage to his hometown, Chi Town, do it, and continuing to carry hip hop with pride. OD to the greats who did it with grace and charm. The game's in good hands and this man's arms. He raps on this man. It's still true, even more than 30 years later. Wow. Okay. Y'all check it out on Apple Music, Spotify, and Tidal. Number four, Please Don't Cry by Rhapsody. For the past decade, Rhapsody has arguably been the best female MC with raw lyrical ability. So would you be shocked if we said her fourth studio album, Please Don't Cry, is easily one of the year's best? Neither would we. Rap returned with a mission to finally tell her story and scattered pieces of her identity across 22 songs. Actress Felicia Rashad acts as the work's narrator and therapist. Um, who are you in your rawest state? Rashad questions in the intro. She's expecting you. Lane, yes, she's expecting you, laying down the foundation for the journey of self actualization ahead. Through interludes, rap peels back layers, revealing to her fans who they have been championing for so long. Diary of a Mad Bitch. Oh man. Acts as a therapy session, a ballad for homegirls' vulnerability, examines womanhood and its matriarchal power. D&D serves as a self-care anthem, and Loose Rocks finds Rhapsody detailing a loved one diagnosed with dementia. Oh shit. Dementia dementia is very serious, but Diary of a Mad Bitch, that's that's the funniest one I ever heard. Oh shit. This is too funny. I'm sorry, but I had to laugh. I had to fucking laugh, man. You know what I mean? I really, really, really had to laugh because this is um this is the most funniest thing that I ever heard. Anyway, um anyway. Wow. Additionally, lyrics detailing rap's childhood, personality, family dynamic, and even intimate relationships help further detail the rapper's fascinating lore. The intimate Please Don't Cry is the type of album Rhapsody has been working towards since her debut. The fact that she isn't done working or growing should be terrifying for her competition. Number three, Alligators Never Heal by Dolce. Damn. Dolce's Alligator Bites Never Heal marks the rapper's breakout moment that prepared her into the spotlight as one of hip hop's most dynamic and compelling voices. Oh boy. That title scares me, man. That title really scares the shit out of me. That shit scares the shit out of me, man. All right. Dolce brings a blend of vulnerability, wit, and embrace confidence to this ambitious debut. Her sharp gender bending alter ego, Ricardo, adds layers to her storytelling, allowing her to explore themes of identity, fame, and self worth. The album dives deep into existential questions, where Dolce contemplates the fragility of life with dark humor. Tracks like Death Row continue this theme as she reflects on the pressures of success. She mixes personal introspection with bold statements addressing the challenges of being a black woman in the industry. Catfish and Wait exude lyrical depth and vulnerability, while Beverly Hills delivers a breakup anthem with fiery anger, mirroring themes from shows like Daria and Insecure. Cynical yet relatable. Oh shit. Oh man. Oh man, Daria Insecure. I remember Daria the cartoon and Insecure. Yeah. Daria was a good cartoon back in the day, actually. Yeah. The line the new hip hop Madonna, I'm the trap Grace Jones on a Nissan Altima underscores her fearless self-confidence. Oh no. Way to compare yourself to another character. Oh wow. The new hip hop Madonna, the trap Grace Jones. Oh man, that's funny. Um, with Alligator Bites Never Heal, Dolce blends raw honesty with sharp humor. It captures the angst of modern life with an authenticity that's as refreshing as it is captivating. Her complex lyricism and genre bending sound make her one of the most exciting and thought provoking new voices in hip hop today. Number two, Chromacopia by Tyler the Creator. Released in October, Tyler the Creator, Tyler the Creator's Chromacopia disrupted the music industry and earned the California native one of his biggest career moments to date. After his mother reassures him on its opener, the album portrays the 33-year-old as a young man on top of the world, grappling with outside pressures, internal revelations, and the seemingly endless quest for purpose and power. With all songs written, produced, and arranged by the Grammy winning rapper Chromacopia, gives insights into Tyler's outlook, goes beyond the surface, and dives into the experiences that shaped his perspective, examining ideas of identity, the messy fucking monogamy, aging, parenting, and paranoia. The California natives' rap skills shine through bold declarations, slick wordplay, and keen storytelling. Oh man, the let me say something. I want to say something before I continue. Actually, I forget this guy's name, but he is on this talk show on Fox so called Truth Talks, right? I remember him talking about in one of the episodes about how he quit the radio station as a former radio personality because one of the fucking idiots said that that he wasn't quote unquote smart, he wasn't quote unquote funny enough, or the like the things that he's saying wasn't quote unquote funny enough. This is the thing I hate. This is the thing I hate, man. Like, who are you to tell someone what's not funny enough and who's not funny enough. Like seriously, you're just a fucking manager or or a boss or whatever who just don't understand what it takes to be on a grind, like being a radio personality at whatever radio station it is. To me, that's just straight up. That's just straight up crazy, and that's just messed up, though. You know what I mean? That's just messed up, though, man. And that goes back to what Tyler the Creator is going through with all the outside pressures and stuff. To it's like you're putting somebody in a box. You're more than one thing. You're more than one thing. You know what I'm saying? That's just my take on it though, man. To be honest, that's just fucked up in a way though, man. But anyway, so yeah, that's just my take on it though. Aside from its deeply personal messaging, Chromacopia fully displays Tyler the Creator's commitment to rap music, not only as an artist but also as a student exploring style and sampling sounds from other regions. He called on rising rap star Dolce on Balloon, which features a sample of Uncle Luke's I Wanna Rock. There is also a distinct homage to his hip hop predecessors, including Lil Wayne, Missy Elliott, and Pharrell Williams. It's an apparent and deep reverence that's appreciated in his creative flair. Chromacopia debuted at number one on Billboard's 200 after earning 299,500 equivalent album units in the first week, which only tracked 4 days of sales due to Tyler. due to Tyler. Um, the creator's intentional Monday release date. Standout tracks in his eighth studio album include Sticky featuring Sexy Red, Glorilla, and Lil Wayne, Thought I Was Dead featuring Schoolboy Q, and Santi Gold, Like Him featuring Lola Young, and Take Your Mask Off featuring Daniel Caesar and Latoya Williams. And last but not least, number one, Glorious by Glorilla. Glorilla's Glorious marks a pivotal moment in her career, propelling her from a rising talent to a bona fide superstar. The album kicks off with the intro, encapsulating everything we love about Glorilla: her unapologetic attitude, bold voice, and unique style. Tracks like Holland feel like a rallying cry, with Glow's delivery resembling a marching band's anthem of empowerment. In Procedure, she teams up with Lotto, offering a catchy and motivational anthem for women on top. TGIF, well, thank God it's Friday, and What You Know About Me explore her versatility, shifting from anthem ready hype to introspective vulnerability. Stop Playing stands out as a deeply personal track, while Don't Deserve with Money Long and How I Look with Megan Thee Stallion inject a dose of star power into an already impressive roster. I Love Her with T Pain provides a glimpse into Big Glow's personal life, whereas on Queen of Memphis, she asserts her dominance, exuding independence and self respect. Glorious is a powerful testament to Glorilla's rise from underdog to champion, serving as a modern day baddie's handbook. It's not just an album, it's a defining moment of the past year, cementing her place as one of hip hop's brightest stars and a voice for the people. Ooh. All right. All right, let me say this though before I go on to the next one. Hold on. All right. This is why I look up to people, including music artists who are independent, because I take a page out of independent artists who doesn't have to be on everyone's crunch time, who don't have to worry about you know, being on they don't have to worry about, relying on a machine and and not and not being told how to do their craft. Everybody creates their craft differently, whether it's in music, whether it's in podcasting, like I'm doing. Look, you're not going to please everybody. Let's just make this shit clear. You're not going to be able to please everybody. I'm not going to be able to make everybody happy because of the fact that, well, y- well, I'm not going to actually, waste my energy on, crazy ads that's not relatable to me, and the SEO. I'm sorry, but it doesn't. But relying on the SEO and relying on and being tied down to a fucking contract is not. It's not my idea of independence. Independence to me is about having creative control, authenticity, all that stuff. That's what I care about. That's what I care about, though, man. I mean, and I always ask this though, man. For people who are creating a podcast, are you doing this to be in the moment as far as, like, money, or are you doing this on a consistency basis, based on based on loving what you do creatively? You know what I'm saying? Because for me, I do this for the love. I do this for the love. That's why you don't hear people like me charging people to be a guest on my podcast, because number one, that's not really my MO right here. So, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully next year I'll be able to get some guests either on my sports podcast and my comedy. So, we'll see what happens. All right. What do you say we go to the Chillax Man Cave Popcorn Lounge? All right. So in today's episode, we're gonna be talking dragons, like the animated movies, How to Train Your Dragons 1, 2, and 3. All right, in today's episode, like I said, we're gonna be talking dragons, animated movies by DreamWorks Animation, and we're going to get to let me see. We're gonna start off with hold on a second. Yeah, we're gonna start off with the first one. How to Train Your Dragon is an American media franchise from DreamWorks Animation and loosely based on the eponymous book series of the same name by British author Cressida Cowell. Um, it consists of three feature films: How to Train Your Dragon. Wait, hold on. Yeah, How to Train Your Dragon. How to Train Your Dragon 2 and How to Train Your Dragon The Hidden World. Um, yeah, 20 2014, 2019, and the first one came out in 2010. So the franchise also consists of five short films: Legend of the Bone Napper Dragon, Book of Dragons 2011, Gift of the Night Fury 2011, Dawn of the Dragon Racers 2014, and How to Train Your Dragon Homecoming 2019. A live action remake of the first film is scheduled for release by Universal Pictures in June 2025. What is with Disney and fucking remakes, man? Like seriously, like yo, seriously. This is so fucking ridiculous right now, man. First is Lion King. First is Lion King. Then you have the remake of The Little Mermaid. Then you have the upcoming Snow White live action adaptation. Like, yo, seriously. Seriously, man, I feel like y'all have to retire from remakes, man, because not too many people are familiar with the fucking intellectual property of the of the movies and the IP for the cartoons or whatever. So you know what I'm saying? That's just my feeling on this though. All right, so the television series based on the events of let me find out what the budget for this film is. Let's find out what the budget for this. Let's find out what the budget is actually. Yeah, let's find out what the budget is actually. So the budget for this film is $165 million. All right. In 2004, the book series began attracting the attention of executives at DreamWorks Animation. After the success of Over the Hedge, producer Bonnie Arnold shortly became interested in a newly acquired property. The directors of the film wanted to make sure to cash in the improvisation abilities of the secondary cast rather, by frequently bringing them together in the recording sessions. The filmmakers hired cinematographer Roger Deakins, known for frequently collaborating with the Coen brothers, as a visual consultant to help them with lighting and aesthetic of the film and to add a live action feel. John Powell composed the film's musical score. How to Train Your Dragon premiered at the Gibson Amphitheater on March 21st, 2010, and was released in the United States on March 26th by Paramount Pictures and DreamWorks Animation. The film was a commercial success, grossing $494 million worldwide, becoming the 10th highest grossing film of 2010. It was widely acclaimed for its animation, voice acting, writing, musical score, and 3D sequences. The film was nominated for two awards at the 83rd Academy Awards and received numerous other accolades. How to Train Your Dragon is the first entry in what would become the multimedia franchise of the same name, which includes two more films: How to Train Your Dragon 2 2014 and How to Train Your Dragon The Hidden World 2019. And yes, I already mentioned about the live action June 13, 2025 by Universal Pictures. Oh shit. Yeah, that's crazy, man. This is crazy. This is so crazy and shit though. Oh man. How to Train Your Dragon topped the North American box office with 43.7 million dollars in its first weekend of release. The film grossed $217.6 million in the United States and Canada and $277.3 million in foreign countries with a worldwide total of 494.9 million dollars. All right, How to Train Your Dragon is DreamWorks Animation's highest grossing film in the American and Canadian box office, other than the Shrek films. And it is the fifth highest grossing animated film of 2010, behind Toy Story 3, which made with a $1,063.2 million. Shrek Forever After with $752.6 million, Tangled with $576.6 million, and Despicable Me with $543.1 million, and the 10th highest grossing movie of 2010. As of 2019, the How to Train Your Dragon series has grossed over $1 billion worldwide. All right. Critical response: How to Train Your Dragon received universal acclaim upon its release. Review aggregator Rotten Tomatoes reports that 99% of critics gave the film a positive review based on 210 reviews from professional critics, with an overall rating average of 7.9 out of 10. The website's critical consensus states, in quote, boosting, dazzling animation, a script with surprising dramatic depth, and thrilling 3D sequences. How to Train Your Dragon soars as of September 2024. It is DreamWorks Animation's highest rated film on the Rotten Tomatoes website. On the Metacritic, the film has a weighted average score of 75 out of 10 based on 37 reviews from critics indicating generally favorable reviews. Audiences polled by CinemaScore gave the film an average grade of A on an A plus to F scale. Matt Risley of Variety wrote a highly positive review, hailing it as undoubtedly DreamWorks' best film yet, and quite probably the best dragon movie ever made. James Baradinelli of Real Views gave it 3.5 out of 4 stars and complimented both the technically proficient animation and the witty, intelligent, surprisingly insightful script. Claudia Puig of USA Today noted that the film had surprisingly depth and praised the sweetly poignant tale of friendship between man and animal. And the Entertainment Weekly film critic Owen Gleiberman praised the film's usage of 3D in all its breathtaking spatial um, and emotional possibilities. He gave a rating of an A minus. Both Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times and A.O. Scott of At the Movies character felt that character and story development had been sidelined in favor of the visual spectacle. Ebert criticized the lengthy aerial battles between tamed dragons and evil ones, but did note that the film is bright, good looking, and has high energy. Similarly, Scott commended the cinematography, observing that the swooping and soaring was worth the price of a ticket. Rolling Stone get Rolling Stone film critic Peter Travers giving it 3 out of 4 stars, wrote that the film works enough miracles of 3D animation to charm your socks off. Oh shit. Roger Moore. Oh shit. Oh shit. Roger Moore of the Orlando Sentinel, who gave the film 2.5 stars out of 4, felt that the film's inclusion of more dramatic subject matter instead of more comedic themes was to the detriment of the film, making it a waste of a funny book, some very funny actors, and some darn witty animation. Village Voice film critic Ella Taylor also gave a more negative review of the film, describing it as an adequate but unremarkable animated tale. And yes, the accolades at the 83rd Academy Awards, How to Train Your Dragon received nominations for Best Animated Feature and Best Original Score. The film's other nominations include 14 Annie Awards, winning 10, two British Academy Film Awards, and a Critics' Choice Awards, and a Golden Globe Award. All right, now we go to How to Train Your Dragon 2. Um, is a 2014 American animated fantasy film loosely based on the book series of the same name by Priscilla Cowell, produced by DreamWorks Animation and distributed by 20th Century Fox. It is the sequel to How to Train Your Dragon 2010 and the second installment in the trilogy. Written and directed by Dean DeBlois and produced by Bonnie Arnold, the film stars the returning voices of Jay Barucho, Gerard Butler, Craig Ferguson, America Ferrera, Jonah Hill, Christopher Mintz Plaze, TJ Miller, and Kristen Wiig, along with Kate Blanchett, D. Digimon Hansu, and Kit Harington as new additions. Set 5 years after the events of the first film, the film follows 20-year-old Hiccup and his friends as young adults as they encounter Volca, Hiccup's long lost mother, and Drago Bloodfist, a madman who wants to conquer the world. Hmm. All right, let's take a look at the budget. So the budget for this movie is $145 million. Um, a sequel to How to Train Your Dragon was announced in what is it? Hang on a second. Yeah, let me just yeah. A sequel to How to Train Your Dragon was announced in April 2010. Du Bois, who co-directed the first film, began drafting the outline in February 2010. He had agreed to return to direct the second film on the condition that he would be allowed to turn it into a trilogy. He cited the Empire Strikes Back 1980 and My Neighbor Totoro 1988 as his main inspirations, with the expanded scope of The Empire Strikes Back being particularly influential. Du Bois and his creative team visited Norway and um and and S. Valbard um Sivobard to look for inspirations for the setting. Composer John Powell returned to score the film. The entire voice cast from the first film also returned, while Blanchett and Hansu signed on to voice Valka and Drago, respectively. How to Train Your Dragon 2 was DreamWorks' first film to use scalable multi-core processing, and Dragon 2 premiered at the 2014 Cannes Film Festival on May 16, 2014, and was released in the United States on June 13th. Like its predecessor, it received acclaim for its animation, voice acting, screenplay, musical score, action sequences, emotional depth, and darker tone compared to its predecessor. It grossed over $621 million worldwide, making it the 12th highest grossing film of 2014. It earned less than its predecessor at the US box office, but performed better internationally. The film won uh, the Golden Globe Award, the best animated feature film, and 6 Annie Awards, including Best Animated Feature, and was nominated for the Academy Award for Best Animated Feature. So let's go to the reception. Review aggregator review aggregator website Rotten Tomatoes gives the film an approval rating of 92% based on reviews from 187 critics, uh, with an average rating of 7.8 out of 10. The website's critical consensus states, in quote, exciting, emotionally resonant, and beautifully animated. How to Train Your Dragon builds on its predecessor's successes just the way a sequel should. Metacritic gives the film a score of 77 out of 100 based on reviews from 48 critics, indicating generally favorable reviews. Audiences surveyed by CinemaScore during the opening weekend gave the film an average grade of A on an A plus to F scale. Audiences were a mix of 47% female and 53% male. Children and young adults responded most strongly, with those aged under 25 given a grade A plus. At the 2014 Cannes Film Festival, Peter de Bruges of Variety praised the film and its ambitions. The pressures to make a giant four-quadrant monstrosity must be enormous, and yet, like his unflappable hero Hiccup, How to Train Your Dragon 2 writer-director Dean DeBlois has prevailed, serving up Animation's strongest sequel yet, one that breathes fresh fire into the franchise instead of merely rehashing the original. Braver than Brave, more fun than Frozen, and more emotionally satisfying than so many of its live action counterparts, Dragons deliver. And good thing too, since DWA desperately needs another tune to cross the $500 million threshold. Elizabeth Weisman of the New York Daily News gave the film 3 out of 5 stars, saying it's the unflinching edge that gives the film its unexpected depth. Jocelyn Novak of the Associated Press gave the film 3 out of 4 stars, saying How to Train Your Dragon 2 doesn't play it safe. It doesn't play it safe. And that's why it's the rare sequel that doesn't feel somewhat stale. Joel McGovern of Entertainment Weekly gave the film a B, saying the flight path needs straightening, but this is still a franchise that knows how to fly. Jody Mittori of the St. Louis Post Dispatch gave the film 3 out of 4 stars, saying for audiences who want a sweet story, they can't beat the first film of a boy finding his best friend. For those who are ready for the next stage, try this one about a boy becoming a man. Bill Goody Kuntz of the Arizona Republic gave the film 4 out of 5 stars, saying it seemed as if there was nowhere to go after the first film, but this is a richer story that dares to go darker and is thus more rewarding. Peter Travers of Rolling Stone gave the film 3.5 stars out of 4, saying Dragon 2, like The Empire Strikes Back, takes sequels to a new level of imagination and innovation. It truly is a high flying, death charging wonder to behold. Peter Hartlove of the San Francisco Chronicle gave the film 3 out of 4 stars, saying De Blois, who also wrote the script, successfully juggles the multiple storylines, shifting allegiances, and uncharted lands. Rayford Guzman of Newsday gave the film 3 out of 4 stars, saying gruesome, a little scary, you bet. But that's exactly what makes the Dragon films so different and so much better than the average children's fare. Michael Phillips of the Chicago Tribune gave the film 3.5 stars out of 4, saying for once we have an animated sequel free of the committee job vibe so common at every animation house, no matter the track record. Stephen Holden of the New York Times gave the film a negative review, saying the story seems to be going somewhere until it comes to a halt with an inevitable showdown between the forces of darkness and the forces of light. Peter Howell of the Toronto Star gave the film 3 out of 4 stars, saying, taking its cues as much from Star Wars and Game of Thrones as from its storybook narrative. How to Train Your Dragon 2 breathes fire into a franchise sequel. Okay. Claudia Puig of USA Today gave the film 3 out of 4 stars, saying nearly as exuberant as the original. How to Train Your Dragon nimbly avoids sequel itis. Sequel itis. Oh wow. Oh wow. Wow. Hold on. Wait a second. Colin Covert of the Star Tribune gave the film 4 out of 4 stars, saying, in quote, the impressive part is the storytelling confidence of writer director Dean DeBlois. He has created a thoughtful tale as meaningful for grown-ups as it is pleasurable for its young primary audience. Stephanie Mary of the Washington Post gave the film 3.5 stars out of 4, saying This may be the first and last time anyone says this, but if How to Train Your Dragon is this good, why stop at 3 and 4? Maura McDonald of Seattle Times gave the film 3.5 stars out of 4, saying young and old fans of the first movie will be lining up for the wit, for the inventiveness of the characters, for the breathtaking visuals, and just the sheer fun of it all. Turdad, um, Turdad, Dirakshani of the Philadelphia Inquirer gave the film 3.5 stars out of 4, saying, in quote, one of this year's true surprises, the superior animated sequel not only is infused with the same independent spirit and off kilter aesthetic that enriched the original, and it also deepens the first film's major themes. Stephen Whitty of the New York Star Ledger gave the film 2.5 stars out of 4, saying this was not a sequel that anybody needed outside of the accountants. And there's another already planned. John Semley of the Globe and Mail gave the film 4 out of 4 stars, saying more than just teaching kids what to think about the world they are coming into. It's a rare film that encourages them to think for themselves. I agree. I agree. Renee Rodriguez of the Miami Herald gave the film 3.5 stars out of 4, saying How to Train Your Dragon 2 is its own standalone picture with a surprising range of emotions that surpasses the original, and a brisk pace and manner of storytelling that give it purpose and direction. The fact that it's also so much fun, no matter what your age, almost feels like a bonus. Um, Bill Wecker of the Chicago Sun-Times gave the film 4 out of 4 stars, saying, in quote, not only does this second movie match the charm, wit, animation skill, and intelligent storytelling of the original, I think it even exceeds it. Lisa Kennedy of the Denver Post gave the film a positive review, saying, in quote, How to Train Your Dragon 2 is soaring, emotionally swooping, utterly satisfying fun. Bob Mondello of NPR gave the film an 8.5 out of 10, saying it's clear that director Dean Du Bois took inspiration from the Star Wars trilogy. Not a bad model for breathing new life. And yes, a bit of fire into one of Hollywood's most nuanced animated franchises. Inku Kang of the Rap gave the film a mixed review, saying, if there isn't enough to feel, at least there's a lot to look at. Thanks to the superb 3D direction by Du Bois, we swoop through the air, whoosh down dragon tails, and just barely squeeze into small crevices. But still, those experiences are only likely being on a really great roller coaster. They don't mean anything. Double A Dowd of the AV Club gave the film a B minus, saying, in quote, there aren't just more dragons, but more characters, more plot, more everything. The trade-off is that the charm of the originals get a little lost, a casualty of rapid franchise expansion. Now, go to the box office. How to Train Your Dragon 2 grossed $177 million in North America and $441.9 million in other countries for a worldwide total of $618.9 million. The film is the second highest grossing animated film of 2014 behind Big Hero 6 and the 12th highest grossing film of the year in any genre, while How to Train Your Dragon 2 only earned $177 million at the box office compared to $217 million for its predecessor. It performed much better at the international box office, earning $438 million to How to Train Your Dragon's $277 million, calculating all expenses, including marketing. Deadline Hollywood estimated that the film made a profit of $107.3 million. In the United States and Canada, the film earned $18.5 million on its opening day and opened at number 2 in its first weekend with $49,451,322. In its second weekend, the film dropped to number 3, grossing an additional $24,719,312. In its third weekend, the film stayed at number three, grossing $13,237,697. In its fourth weekend, the film dropped to number 5, grossing $8,961,088. Its $25.9 million opening weekend in China was the biggest ever for an animated film in the country, surpassing the record previously held by Kung Fu Panda. Yeah. All right, so we'll go over some stuff, man. Hold on a second. Hold on. Hold on a second, real quick. Yeah. Mm, yeah. Okay. All right. So How to Train Your Dragon for the 3D Creative Arts Awards got a nomination for Best Feature Animation, and it won for Best Stereoscopic Feature Film Animation. And we go to the Academy Awards. Dean DeBlois and Bonnie Arner got a nomination for Best Animated Feature, and How to Train Your Dragon won for that category as well. James Jackson, Lucas Janine, Tobin Jones, Baptiste Van Opstal, and Jason Mayer got nominations for the Annie Awards of Outstanding Achievement for Animated Effects in an Animated Production. Fabio Lignini won for Outstanding Achievement for Character Animation in a Feature Production. Stephen Hornby and Thomas Grump got a nomination for Outstanding Achievement for Character Animation in a Feature Production. Dean DeBoy, John Powell, and Jonesy Churong Sun won for Outstanding Achievement for Directing in a Feature Production, Outstanding Achievement for Music in a Feature Production, and Outstanding Achievement for Storyboarding in a Feature Production. And Dean DeBoy got a nomination for Outstanding Achievement for Writing in Animated Feature Production. John Carr got an award for Outstanding Achievement for Editorial in an Animated Feature Production. So John Powell won for the ASCAP Awards for um, top box office films. Now, British Academy Children's Award. Um, the movie got a nomination for Kids Vote Film, Feature Film, and and also in the Chicago Film Critics Association Awards. The movie How to Train Your Dragon 2 got a nomination for Best Animated Film. Cinema Audio Society Awards. Um, Ty Sheldon, Randy Thorne, no, Randy Tom, excuse me, Sean Murphy, Brandon Proctor, and Corey Tyler got a nomination for Outstanding Achievement in Sound Mixing for a Motion Picture Animated. Critics' Choice Awards. The movie got a nomination for Best Animated Feature, Florida Film Critics Circle Awards. The movie got a nomination for Best Animated Film, Georgia Film Critics Association Awards. The movie got a nomination as well for Best Animated Film, and the and How to Train Your Dragon 2 got the award. It won the award for Best Animated Feature Film. Now we go to the Golden Reel Awards. Randy Tom, Michael Silvers, Al Nelson, Brian Chumney, Sean England, Robin Harlan, Matt Smith, Jeremy Boker, Pascal Garneau, and Sue Fox. They all got a nomination for Outstanding Achievement in Sound Editing, Sound Effects, Foley, Dialogue, and ADR for Animated Feature Film. Now the Golden Trailer Awards. Master Aspect Ratio got a nomination for Best Animation Family. How to Train Your Dragon 2 got a nomination for the Hollywood Film Awards for Hollywood Animation Award. John Powell won for Original Score Animated Film for the Hollywood Music and Media Awards. John Powell and Joan C. for Where No One Goes. Where No One Goes got a nomination for Original Song Animated Film. We go to Houston. We go to the Houston Film Critics Society Awards. The How to Train Your Dragon 2 got a nomination for Best Animated Film, followed by International Cinephile Society Awards. John Powell got a nomination for Film Score of the Year for the International Film Music Critics Association Awards. He also won for Best Original Score for an Animated Film. And he also won for Flying with Mother Film Music Composition of the Year. How to Train Your Dragon 2 won for Best Animated Film for the National Board of Review. And it also got nominated for the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards for Favorite Animated Movie, Online Film Critics Society Awards, Best Animated Film, People's Choice Awards, Family no, excuse me, favorite family movie, Producers Guild of America Awards for Best Animated Motion Picture, San Diego Film Critics Society Awards, San Diego uh, Film Critics Society Awards, San Francisco Film Critics Circle Awards for Best Animated Feature, Satellite Awards for Best Animated or Mixed Media Feature, Saturn Awards for Best Animated Film, Seattle International Film Festival Awards, Golden Space Needle Award, Best Film. Now we go to the Visual Effects Society Awards. Bonnie Arnold, Dean DeBlois, Dave Wildvord, and Simon Otto got a nomination for Outstanding Visual Effects in an Animated Feature, Outstanding Animated um, Character in an Animated Feature for Hiccup. That's by Jacob H. Jort, H. Hort, H. Jort, however you pronounce it, Jensen, Fabio Lignini, Stephen Candle, and Hongseo Park. All right. Sung Yoon, Lian Yan Wang, Ted Davis, and Shannon Thomas for Oasis, um, for outstanding creative environment in an animated feature. Okay. Um. Yeah. So Spencer Nat, Baptiste Van Opstal, Lucas Janin, and Jason Mayer for The Battle got a nomination for Outstanding Effects, Simulations in an Animated Feature. And lastly, How to Train Your Dragon got a nomination for the Washington, D.C. Area Film Critics Association Awards for Best Animated Feature. All right. And of course, How to Train Your Dragon, The Hidden World is a 2019 American animated fantasy film loosely based on the book series by Cressida Cowell, produced by DreamWorks Animation and by Universal Pictures. It is a sequel to How to Train Your Dragon 2, 2014, and the final film in the How to Train Your Dragon trilogy. Written and directed by Dean DeBlois and produced by Bonnie Arnold and Brad Lewis. Of course, obviously, the film stars the voices of Jay Baruchel America Ferrera, Kate Blanchett, Craig Ferguson, and F. Murray Abraham with Gerard Butler, Jonah Hill, Christopher Mintz-Plasse, Kristen Wiig, Justin Ruppel replacing T.J. Miller, and Kit Harington in supporting roles. The film follows 21-year-old Hiccup seeking a dragon utopia known as the Hidden World, while coming to terms with Toothless, new bound with a female fury, as they deal with the threat of Grimo the Grizzly, a ruthless dragon hunter. Um, hmm. and of course, the budget for the movie is $129 million. Discussions regarding a third How to Train Your Dragon film began in December 2010, with DeBlois later stating that the second film was being internationally designed as the second act of the trilogy. The film underwent various changes in its its release date due to distributor changes. The animation challenges of the production required DreamWorks Animation to update and invent new software to handle complex tasks, such as lighting the Light Fury Dragon. How to Train Your Dragon The Hidden World was released on January 3rd, 2019 in Australia and on February 22nd in the United States. Like its predecessor, it received positive reviews from critics with praise for its animation, voice acting, musical score, and emotional weight. The film grossed over $525 million worldwide. It received several accolades, 5 Annie Awards nominations, a Golden Globe nomination, and a nomination for Best Animated Feature at the 92nd Academy Awards. Yep. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's go to the box office. All right, How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World grossed $160.8 million in the United States and Canada, and $361 million in other territories, for a worldwide gross of $521.8 million, against a production budget of $129 million. Deadline Hollywood calculated the film's net profit as $130 million, accounting for production budgets, marketing, talent participations, and other costs. Box office grosses and home media revenues placed it 12th on their list of 2019's most valuable blockbusters. In the United States and Canada, How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World held early screenings at 1,000 theaters on February 2nd, 2019, and grossed $2.5 million, one of the highest advanced showing totals ever. It was released alongside the wide expansion of Fighting with My Family, and was initially projected to gross $40 to $45 million from 4,259 theaters in its opening weekend. After making $17.5 million on its first day, including $3 million from Thursday night previews, weekend projections were increased to $60 million. It went on to debut to $55 million, finishing first at the box office. The film made $30 million in its second weekend, retaining the top spot before being dethroned by newcomer Captain Marvel in its third. The film grossed $1.5 million on its opening day in Australia, setting a record for a DreamWorks animation film. That country surpassing Shrek 2. In New Zealand, the film grossed $173,000 on its opening day, ranking as DreamWorks Animation's second biggest opening day in the country behind Shrek 2. By its third weekend of international release, the film has grossed a total of $41 million as of March 24th, 2019. The film's largest markets in other territories were China, $53.7 million, Russia, $26.8 million, France, $25.0 million, United Kingdom, $24.8 million, and Mexico, $21.0 million. Wow. Wow. Yeah. So the recipient, I'm gonna just skim through. All right, I'm gonna just skim through all the accolades that the recipients and movie got. So um, the recipients of the animated movie uh received a nomination for the Academy Awards category of Best Animated Feature, Outstanding Character Animation in a Feature Production of the Annie Awards, Outstanding Achievement for Production Design in an Animated Feature Production, Outstanding Achievement for Writing in an Animated Feature Production, Outstanding Achievement for Editorial in an Animated Feature Production, Art Directors Guild Awards, Pierre Oliver Vincent Excellence in Production Design in an Animated Film, RTO's Awards, Christy Soper Hilt got a nomination for animation. Chicago Film Critics Association. The movie got a nomination for Best Animated Film. Cinema Audio Society Awards. The recipients of Ty Sheldon, Scott Art, Lewis, Sean Murphy, Gary Rizzo, and Blake Collins received a nomination for Outstanding Achievement in a Sound Mixing for a Motion Picture. The movie Critics' Choice Awards, Detroit Film Critics Society Awards for Best Animated Feature, Florida Film Critics Circle Awards, Georgia Film Critics Association Awards for Best Animated Film, Golden Globes. The movie got a nomination for Best Animated Film, Golden Reel Awards. The recipients: Randy Tom, Brian Chumney, Lefferts, Al Nelson, Jonathan Borland, Malcolm Fifth, Dee Selby, Jana Vance, and Jeff Vaughn all received nominations for Outstanding Achievement in Sound Editing, Sound Effects, Foley, Dialogue, and ADR for Animated Feature Film. Golden Trailer Awards. Heroes Inside Job, Best Animation Family TV Spot. New Year's Eve Motion for Most Original TV Spot. Last Ride Buddha Jones, Best Original TV Spot. Hollywood Critics Association Awards. The How to Train Your Dragon Hidden World got a nomination for Best Animated Film. John Powell won for Original Score Animated Film for the Hollywood Music and Media Awards. John Powell and Jonesy for Together from Afar. From Afar got a nomination for Original original song animated film. Houston Film Critics Society Awards. Houston Film Critics Society Awards. The movie got a nomination for Best Animated Film. John Powell got a nomination for the International Film Critics Association Awards for Best Original Score for an Animated Film. All right, let me skim through all of these awards that the movies and recipients received. So I'm just gonna skim through all this. Um, the movie um got a nomination for best for movie guide awards. The movie also won for National Board of Review Awards, and it got a nomination for Online Film Critics Society Awards, People's Choice Awards, um, for favorite family movie. America Ferrera got a nomination for animated star. Producers Guild of America Awards. Brad Lewis and Bonnie Arnold got the nomination for best animated motion picture. San Diego, San Diego Film Critics Society Awards. The movie got a nomination for best animated feature for the San Francisco Bay Area Film Critics Circle Awards, Satellite Awards for Best Animated or Mixed Media Feature, Best Animated Film, Best Animated Feature for the Saturn Awards, Seattle Film Critics Society Awards, Society of Composers and Lyricists Awards. John Powell got a nomination for Outstanding Original Score for a Studio Film. St. Louis Film Critics Association, Toronto Film Critics Association. The movie How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World got a nomination for Best Animated Film. Visual Effects Society Awards. Chris Grun, Ronnie Cleland, Ariel Chisholm, and Philippi Groku for Hidden World, Outstanding Creative Environment in Animated Feature, Outstanding Effects Simulations, and an Animated Feature. Um, and Washington, D.C. Area Film Critics Awards Association. The movie received a nomination for Best Animated Feature, World Soundtrack Awards. John Powell got a nomination for Best Original Score of the Year and Public Choice Awards. He won that one. All right, we're gonna go to the video game chamber. All right, let's go there. All right. Okay. All right. Hold on. All right, here we go. All right. All right. So let's go into. All right. So let's get in. Let's go into something real quick. Actually, um, this is pertaining to a Luna controller, according to GameSpot. All right. Damn. All right, so the Amazon Luna Cloud streaming service is an awesome choice for anyone who wants to game without the need for expensive consoles or gaming PCs. If you recently joined the service, we put together this guide filled with tips to optimize your experience, as well as game recommendations to check out. We got number one, tip one: invest in a Luna controller. Our biggest our first and biggest tip to purchase and use an Amazon Luna controller. While you can use other controllers or your phone, the Luna controller is designed for cloud gaming with its direct Wi-Fi connection, making it easy to switch between devices. It also supports Bluetooth and USB, includes Amazon Alexa, and even works with Steam. If you are serious about Luna gaming, the investment is worthwhile. Luckily, you can save big on the Amazon Luna controller right now. The controller is available by itself for $45, was $70, or in discounted bundles that include the controller and an Amazon Fire TV stick streaming device. Um, and you can check out all the details below. Um, so Amazon Luna controller is 45, it reduced from 70 to $45. Amazon Fire TV stick 4K Max and Luna controller bundle reduced from 130 to $80. Amazon Fire TV stick 4K and Luna controller bundle $68. Amazon Fire TV Stick HD and Luna controller bundle for $60. Tip number two: connect your Luna controller to Wi-Fi. As mentioned above, the Wi-Fi direct connection on the Luna controller offers uh, latency compared to Bluetooth. While the controller supports 2.4 and 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi connections, is best to connect with 5 gigahertz if possible for the best possible performance. Tip number three: optimize your Amazon Luna connection. Let's see. For a smooth 1080p gameplay experience, Amazon recommends an internet speed at least 10 Mbps, and you can optimize your connection by changing a few settings. Okay, first you want to use a wired um, Ethernet connection when possible. Disable VPNs. If you are playing via Google Chrome, enable hardware acceleration by typing Google Chrome's settings, search hardware. Leaving the option on. Disable location services while playing on Fire tablets and Mac OS to avoid performance issues. Adjust in-game resolutions, graphics settings as needed. Note that some games may not save these settings after exiting, so you may need to tweak them each time to play. If you still experience buffering or lag while playing, reduce the resolutions to 720p, which requires only 5 Mbps. You'll find this setting in the Luna app under settings, audio, and video quality. And tip 4, use your phone as a controller. Since Luna is a cloud streaming service, you can access your games on a wide variety of devices at virtually any time as long as you are connected to the internet. One of the most convenient options is with your iOS or Android smartphone. You can pair a Luna controller or other Luna compatible Bluetooth controller to your phone and play that way. But you can also use the phone itself as a controller thanks to Luna's virtual on-screen controls, which adds a D-pad, thumbsticks, face buttons, and triggers to your phone screen. While this lets you play and control one the action all on one screen. You can also connect your phone to the same network as your main Luna streaming service, streaming device, excuse me, and use your phone as a controller while playing on a TV, computer, or other external display. If you sign in to both devices with the same Luna account, you can quickly and easily sync them up. Guests can even join your gameplay using their phones via the Luna controller app. Making this a simple solution for local multiplayer, though they'll need your Amazon credentials. Tip 5, play online with friends without a Luna subscription. Speaking to multiplayer on Luna, the Luna Couch feature allows you to play with others online without them needing a Luna subscription. The only requirements are that they have an Amazon account and a supported controller. To do this, select Couch from the Luna interface, pick a game, and start a Luna Couch session. Share the provided code with others who then use the Luna Couch website to join your game. And of course, tip 6, broadcasting games to Twitch. Thanks to Amazon owning Twitch, Luna integrates seamlessly with Twitch. Megan is super easy to stream your gameplay to viewers. Here's how it works. Select the broadcast button in the Luna app navigation bar for Fire TV and Fire tablet. Scan the QR code using your mobile phone. You use your phone to set up your stream and broadcast audio and video. Select select setup broadcast to open a new browser window. In the broadcast setup window, configure your Twitch stream to enable or disable audio and webcam input. And of course, select live broadcast to begin sharing your audio and webcam on Twitch. Return to the Luna app and start a game. A separate window will pop up, allowing you to manage your stream. This window includes controls to enable or disable your audio and webcam feeds, as well as options to stop, pause the broadcast at any time. Keep this window open while you broadcast. You want to know what to play on Amazon Luna? So Fallout games on Amazon Prime, more MPGs, Luna Plus, Sonic the Hedgehog games, which includes Sonic Colors Ultimate, Sonic Frontiers, Sonic Mania Plus, and Team Sonic Racing. Puzzle, which is Tetris Effect Connected. Horror, like Resident Evil 2 and Alien Isolation, um, Control Ultimate Edition, and Death Stranding Director's Cut. Um, Action includes Batman Arkham Knight, Devil May Cry 5, Middle Earth, Shadow of War. Um, Racing includes Hot Wheels Unleashed and Inertial Drift. While fans of simulation races can check out WRC Generations Fully Loaded Edition, and of course Riptide GP Renegade. Shooters, Metro Exodus, Amid Evil, Dusk, Metro Exodus, Trapag 2, Ultra Kill. Platformers, Super Meat Boy, Guacamelee, Shantae, and Steam World Series. And of course, the Mummy Demastered, Shantae, and the Pirate's Curse Director's Cut, Shantae Risky Revenge Director's Cut, Shantae How Jin Hero Ultimate Edition, um, Guaca Melee Super Turbo Championship Edition, Guaca Melee 2, Steam World Dig 2, Super Meat Boy Forever, and of course, obviously, some fighting games and beat 'em ups. Clay Fighter King of Fighters 97 Global Match, King of Fighters 98 Ultimate Match Final Edition. River City Girls, excuse me. Um, Clay Fighter King of Fighters 97 Global Match, King of Fighters 98 Ultimate Match Final Edition. Windjammers 2 is included. And Disney games, you got Lego games, more family games, Overcooked. Oh shit. And more. So if you want to know some details in regards to the games that you want to play on Amazon Luna, you can go to www.gamespot.com/articles/Amazon Luna Cloud. Streaming best games, tips, and tricks, and more. All right. All right. I think that's gonna do it. That's gonna do it, though, man. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Give me 1 second here. Okay. All right. So I think we're gonna wrap up right here, man. We're gonna wrap up right here, right now, in a segment that I like to call Stream Choices on the Go. Let's go. All right. Make sure you follow Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast um on um on threads alongside with alongside with my other podcast shows that I do. Excellent Fun Vibrant Talks podcast, off the Meat Rat Chains New York Avenue podcast, and of course, myself included, G Money Stacks 555 in Queens, New York, which is also the same username as it is on Instagram as well. So don't worry about any confusion. They're all the same. And if you are on Instagram, you can go to the link in bio where you see a bunch of streaming platforms where you can listen to audio and video episodes and stuff. So we're gonna get into a few right here, starting with Audible. If you go to the link in bio, Linktree/Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast, and it includes Audible, Odyssey, Amazon Music, Breaker, Bullhorn FM, Castbox FM, Diesel, Listen Notes, Moon FM Podcast, Overhaul FM Podcast, Player FM, Pocket Cast, Podfriend, Podhound, Podopolo, Panorama, Podcast Index, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Podverse, Podcast Guru, Podvine, Snip, Spotify, Spotify for Creators, Stitch. I don't know if Stitch is still around anymore, but TuneIn Radio, Fountain, Radio Public, iHeartRadio, the number one app where you can listen to music, radio stations, and of course podcast shows, including episodes for free. You don't need a credit card or debit card to download iHeartRadio. All you need to do is actually follow the podcast on iHeartRadio along with streaming platforms that I just mentioned. And of course, do the same with YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to the Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast YouTube channel page so you don't miss out on any new video episode, podcast, live stream recordings. And if you are wondering where you could catch the episodes and stuff, all the videos are in the category of live. When you see live, you're going to click on there. You're going to see a whole bunch of episodes listed over there. All right. One moment. All right. Also, be sure to share the videos. Be sure to tell a friend to another friend. Spread the word. Word of mouth is important. Add the podcast to your playlist. If you are on the go, going to work, going to classes in college, wherever destinations you are going to, or coming from those destinations, you can also listen to it at the comfort of your home. And and add the yes, and also enable alerts so you don't miss out on any new episodes of the recordings, the live streams, which includes the date, day, and time where you could actually share, listen, and all that stuff right there. And yes, you can share my Linktree, which is Linktree's / Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast. Share the podcast with your husbands, your wives, your boyfriends, girlfriends, people you're cool with from work and other places where you meet new people. Every new episode is going to be on every streaming platform, including YouTube, wherever you get to listen, stream, and watch your podcast. All right. That's gonna do it for me, man. I'm your man, G Money Stacks, aka the Greginator, YouTuber, creator, your host with the most. Thank you very much for listening to the 132nd episode. And remember, The grind doesn't stop. Hard work pays off. If you want something, you have to work hard and earn it. It's not going to be given to you on a fucking silver platter. Um, if you want something, if you want if you want to maintain a skill, be sure to actually follow your goals and dreams, and be on your p's and q's creatively, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. That gets you into your zone alongside with tunnel vision. There's no guidebook on following your path, your heart, and your journey. And don't let anybody tell you not to call your stuff a podcast if you are doing it on YouTube, okay? There's no right or wrong way to do a podcast, okay? So don't let anybody stop you from achieving your podcast. And don't worry about SEOs, don't worry about sponsor fancy sponsors and all that other stuff. But if you were to do that, you would have to actually look for something that is relatable to you, and of course you know and be yourself, be yourself, be yourself behind the microphone while you are recording. Yes, as I said, be yourself behind while you are behind the microphone recording your episode podcast and all that other stuff. So you know what I'm saying? So yes. All right. Y'all stay safe and everything else. I hope y'all enjoyed your Christmas, and I will be back with another episode so I can close out 2024 in a couple minutes. So peace and one love. Enjoy yourselves and everything else. I'll be back. Stay liquid, stay safe, take care of yourselves. Peace.